officially in the top 25.
Yes, we are.
So let's get started with number 25, a 2023 strikeout record setter, breaking his own record, fastest 200 strikeouts in a season, Spencer Strider.
I am really excited for Spencer Strider's 2024. I think he's going to have a huge year. He's already setting unprecedented strikeout numbers from the second he came into Major League Baseball through last year, his first full season. He struck out 281 guys. And I think if Spencer Strider stays healthy in 2024 and gets the majority of his starts in, I think he can strike out 300 guys next year.
Wow.
He went 20-5 with a 3.86 ERA and 281 strikeouts. I think we see better numbers from Strider. Now, the 20-5 number, wins and losses is what it is, right? Like, that's largely dependent on how good the Atlanta Braves were and are going to be in 2024. But that 3.86 number, I think he goes under that, and I think he goes over the 281 strikeouts numbers. That's why I have him as one of just a couple pitchers in the top 25.
Okay, I'm excited to see this. Let's move on to number 24, Boston Red Sox superstar Rafael Devers.
Yes, Devers, I think, is in for a huge year. You look at the Red Sox last year, disappointing year. You look at Devers' numbers last year, and you think, pretty disappointing year in terms of what you expect from him. But he still hit 33 homers. He still drove in 100 runs. He still had 34 doubles. He did hit 271. I think that number gets higher. I am very high on Rafael Devers. The guy now with a lot of money to his name, I think is going to have a big year for the Red Sox. So I have him at 24.
Okay, moving on to number 23. The team had a disappointing season, but Bo Bichette continues to be an all-star.
Disappointing season for them and sort of a disappointing offseason, I would say, so far for them. But they do still have Bo Bichette on their team, despite there being all those trade talks, trade rumors for Bo Bichette. Remember when Bo Bichette was like, is he going to go to the Cubs? Are the Cubs going to get Bo Bichette and Shohei Ohtani? Well, no.
Yeah.
Seems like neither is happening. But Bo Bichette is, as of now, and seemingly going to be a Blue Jay. 306 last year, had 30 doubles, 20 homers, 73 RBIs. He rakes. He is the best hitter on that Blue Jays team. I know him and Vladdy came up around the same time, and that conversation was, who's the better hitter? Who would you rather have on your team? Look, Vladdy will be the bigger power threat, but after that 2021 season where he was a Triple Crown candidate, Bo Bichette has just continued to be the staple of consistency for the Toronto Blue Jays. He is exactly what that lineup needs. He will probably again hit over 300, and I think we'll have another big 2024 season.
All right, moving on to number 22, another shortstop, Mr. Smile, Francisco Lindor.
I don't think Francisco Lindor is getting the love anymore that he deserves. And you look at his numbers over the last couple of seasons. I know his first season with the Mets was not good. He was the best shortstop in baseball for the Guardians at the time, the Cleveland Indians. He did not play for the team under the Guardians name, but at the time, the best shortstop in baseball. And moved to the Mets, signed that massive deal, and had a bad first year. But I think since then, I think it's because it's the Mets, because there's underperformance, because they expect so much and they let them down. I think they look at Lindor when the guy's not hitting 320 with 30 homers as a disappointment. But he's a guy that's going to play you a fantastic defense. He had 254 last year with 31 homers, drove in 98 runs, stole 31 bags. What do you want out of your shortstop? That's incredible. He had a 30-30 season as a Gold Glove caliber shortstop. Those are good numbers.
It's just tough when your team is the biggest disappointment in baseball.
Agree.
That's kind of the cloud hanging over Lindor.
I agree, which is why I think his last couple of seasons with the Mets have been underrated. Was it the numbers that he was putting up with Cleveland? No. But you got a shortstop putting up 30-30 numbers and playing great defense, and the power's there, and the driving runs in is there, and the doubles are there. Francisco Lindor is a stud.
Yeah.
And, he's absolutely in my top 25.
All right, let's wrap things up with number 21, the man who stole the postseason, helping the Rangers win their first World Series in franchise history, Adolis Garcia.
It almost felt like Adolis Garcia figured something out in the postseason.
Yes,
it almost felt like the Astros awoke the player within Adolis Garcia that was always there.
Yeah.
The talent has always been there. The power. He's a rare combination of speed, power, rocket for an arm, and it almost just felt like Adolis Garcia, don't get me wrong, has been an all-star, really good baseball player, and was a big central piece in that lineup all year long for the Rangers. But it felt like the second he got into that altercation with the Astros, and then the series shifted to Houston, and he got booed out of the building as every at-bat and was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, and then hit that homer, that it just seemed like something clicked.
He came alive.
Because from that moment through standing on the stage, raising the World Series trophy, he was the best hitter on the planet.
Yeah.
And he ended up he had 245 last year with 39 homers. I'm really excited for Garcia's 2024 because I think he takes all of that confidence. I think he takes all of that anger. Maybe he realized I need to play with anger. I need to be able to channel that anger within me and use it for good because, hey, I went up my first 4 at-bats after that, and I was awful. I was doing too much. But I figured out how to handle it in that last at-bat, and something clicked. And I think we get to see that in 2024.
I mean, it was the full package. He had the swagger, the confidence, and you just knew the moment he walked up to that plate, something big was going to happen.
Yeah, it is always a fun feeling. Yeah. I've been on, obviously, both sides of it. I've walked up to the plate with not a lot of confidence, thinking, look, I'm 0 for 3. I've punched out 2 times. I don't feel good at the plate. And good things don't happen like that.
Yeah.
And I've also walked up to the plate knowing that baseball looks like a beach ball right now. This guy's screwed. Am I going to get a hit? I don't know, but I'm going to hit the ball really hard somewhere. And that confidence just allows you to have so much more success. And I think we see that in 2024 from Adolis Garcia.
So fun.
So that is 25 through 21, Alex. We got Spencer Strider at 25, Rafael Devers at 24, Bo Bichette at 23, Francisco Lindor at 22, and Adolis Garcia at 21, which means the top 20 starts next show.
Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.